What it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,200 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this would be possible without you guys. And now we're available on Spotify. Yes, I said it. We just got the approval this week. We are on your Spotify stream on podcast. So check us out and check out the latest episode. So today's Behind the Brand, I am chatting with Miss CEO herself, Stephanie, Miss CEO of Jypsea Local. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
That was literally the most fabulous opening to any podcast.
Well, it's equally as fabulous as the energy that you bring. So, see, I can only be as fabulous as you.
Thank you. That's cool, girls.
Yes.
We find each other. Cool, hot chicks travel and pack.
All right. That's because of it, girl. We got to.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Stephanie, how did Jypsea Local start?
So, Jypsea Local, I started about 6 years ago. I was honestly just tired of the way that, bikinis were fitting me. And I was also tired of, seeing the same suit on the beach. I live in South Florida. I live in Fort Lauderdale. And, it's a big, small town. So I was honestly just tired of seeing all that. And at 15, I taught myself how to sew. I was that crafty girl in high school, lurking in the shadows.
Yeah.
And I was like, how hard can it be? Which is it was actually pretty hard. But I figured it out. I'm completely self-taught. My parents were so gracious to me. They paid for my high school, and they told me that, when I graduated, college was on me, which is fair. So, I was paying my way through college, and I was like, you know what? I just kind of feel like I'm not really connecting with these classes. And to each his own. If college is for you, that's awesome. Yeah. But I just was not feeling a connection to, the general classes that I was in. And I kind of had, this artist in me. And so I taught myself how to sew, for swim, which is a completely different ball game for, stretch fabric. I'm not just making clutches and making little dresses and things. I'm making, swimwear. And so, I taught myself, and I have two sisters, and they were my mannequins and my dummies. And before I knew it, my sisters were ordering from me, my friends were ordering from me, and it just kind of went from, this passion into a business overnight.
Wow. So it went from this passion, and you're making pieces for your family members and friends and all those close people around you. What gave you the push to open a store?
So, it was actually kind of creepy how many people wanted suits from me. It was awesome how many people wanted suits from me, but it was creepy how they would literally have to come to my place of home to come get them. So a lot of people that I didn't know started coming over to my house and saw where I lived, and would end up coming over and spending money with me. But at the same time, it was kind of like an invasion of my privacy, and I knew that I would have to step out and change the location and give myself a little more room to grow rather than just being in this small sewing room. I eventually wanted to display my pieces, on, racks, and have a nice big room and have a legit fitting room rather than them going to my bathroom. It literally started from nothing. And also at the same time, I was bartending, and the owner that, the owner of the bar he kind of gave me that push that I needed too, because he didn't really believe in me, and he knew that he thought that I'd be back. Cause, so many people in that industry, they leave and they're like, oh, I missed the cash, and then they end up going back. It's so hard getting out of the service industry, but fortunately enough for me, I was living at home at the time, so I had a little bit of help there with rent. And, one day I just decided to kind of make that dive, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to bartend and run a store at the same time, so I left. I told him, I'm leaving, and he looked at me and he was like, okay, what are you going to go do, make bikinis? And I said, yeah, I am. And I mean, as any small business starts out, you're not going to immediately make the cash flow that you want. You have to be patient, and you just have to put in work. And yeah, I mean, I'm still kicking. It's been 6 years. I've had my store for 4. It'll be 5 in August. And yeah.
That is awesome. I love it. The perseverance. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no such thing as an easy business.
No.
Everyone's always like, oh, the grass is greener.
No.
And yeah, it's like the passion. You have to have the passion.
Yeah, and you have to weather the storm, because there's always going to be work to do. There's the glitz and the glamour. People see, oh, you're doing this or you're doing that, or, everything's wonderful for you, but they don't see the sleepless nights. They don't see the blood, sweat, and tears that you've poured into it to get that glimmer.
No, me and my girlfriend to this day, we laugh all the time because she has a jewelry business, and we kind of shared my space for a little bit of time. I opened up my doors to her, and I was like, hey, you should come in here and, work on some jewelry and work on your passion. And we would just kind of be in our own little, sewing circle, laughing, and she'd be making her jewelry, and I'd be sewing. And in the beginning, I had, a bunch of orders just from, just so many random people that I was sewing all night. And, it's definitely a lot of work to get on and cut. And so I don't know if any of your viewers have ever, gotten on a sewing machine, but it's definitely work, and it definitely requires a certain amount of patience. But she still brings it up to this day. She's like, remember that time that, we started sewing, we were sewing really late in the night, and we ended up sewing, and she was trading, and I was sewing till probably 2 or 3 in the morning, and the lady who was picking up her order was coming 10 a.m. the next morning, or 9 a.m. or something crazy, and I wasn't even halfway done. I was like, oh my God, I was freaking out. I was crunching. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go take a nap. And she's like, what do you mean you're going to go take a nap? It's 3 a.m. And I was like, I got to get it done. And she's like, okay. And then she's like, okay, I'm done with your nap. And then literally an hour and a half later, I came into the room, and she was like, oh my God, you're not awake. You're literally a ghost right now. And I was like, well, I got to get it done. And we still to this day, laugh about how hard we hustled.
That is hilarious.
Just that night, it was just you're gonna have moments where it's crunch time, and you can either throw in the towel or you can be the top.
Yeah.
And just get it done.
Yes.
And just separate yourself from the rest.
Absolutely. Now, Stephanie, I will be seeing South Beach this summer. We're claiming it. We're putting it out there.
Ooh.
All right. Now,
okay.
I'm a now, Stephanie, I'm a busty girl. Okay. We got boobies for days. All right. We're talking some double D's.
Okay.
All right. Now I've been checking out the inventory, and I've been seeing a couple of pieces that I'm like, okay, those are cute. I'm liking the peekaboo top. Very unique. Is it going to support all of what I got going on?
The peekaboo top is awesome. Yes. Okay. It will definitely give you some awesome support. It's probably my most popular top for my bustier clients. And it's a cute top. You don't see it every day. It's more of a fashion forward top. It's it's a halter with a little keyhole that shows a little bit of cleavage, but you're sucked in there on the sides. You don't have any of that side move happening. And I have gotten really, really good feedback from that top. Yes. Great support, and it's a party top.
Yeah, it looks like a fun top because, as you can imagine, being busty, it has its perks, obviously, but sometimes it has a downfall because, you go to these typical department stores, you're looking for stuff, everything's pretty much plain or very manufacturer looking. You guys' stuff looks original. I'm loving the prints. I'm loving the different cuts of the tops, the material.
And we have some more really cool prints coming out in the spring too. I took a break from the prints for fall just because prints I feel like are so personal.
Yeah.
And so I released like some really pretty neutrals. I released like a really pretty like copper terracotta and a nice olive and a taupe, and they're all really shimmery and sexy in the sun.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I feel like more people connect to solids rather than prints.
Mm-hmm.
But I have some really cool stuff coming out within the next couple months. And, yeah, I mean,
okay. Cool.
You know,
beans.
if you're in the area and
Yes.
you want to come try on a peekaboo, you can come try that on. But also, if you have the time and you want to stop in, I also specialize in customs. So, you know, you can come in, I can fit you, you can pick out your print or your solid color, and I can make you, you know, a special top for you. And I also specialize in mommy and me, which a lot of companies try to stay away from because it's a lot of work to do the same amount, you know, of work in a bikini, but for smaller, and then make it cheaper.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
You know, but oh my God, the reaction I get from these moms.
Yeah.
You can come in, pick out your fabric, and I'll match your bikini to your daughter's.
That is so cute. I love it.
Yeah. No, it's awesome.
That is amazing. All right. So, Stephanie, what is the next phase for Jypsea Local? What can people look forward to?
The next phase for Jypsea Local is, you know, for the last couple years, I've really just been pushing, you know, my own store sales.
Mm-hmm.
And I would really like to be known nationwide and worldwide. I really want to start getting into some really cute boutiques, maybe even some department stores. And I want people to just know about the brand and know what I stand for. And, you know, Jypsea Local is all about supporting local. You know, my stuff is made locally, and it's all about kind of shining the light on, you know, your locals, your local entrepreneurs, and your local businesses, and, you know, made in America.
Absolutely. Last but certainly not least, what advice would you have for any young woman right now that's listening to this show, anywhere on the world that she may be listening from? What advice would you have for any young woman that has a dream on her heart but maybe is a little hesitant to go towards it?
I would say that you should definitely take time as much as you can. I know that, like, all of our lives are super busy, but take time for yourself. Like, say no to more people. Like, I'm a yes girl, and I'm like, yes, let's do that. Yes, let's do that. Yes, let's do that. But recently, I've been like, you know what? No, I don't want to go out. And, yeah, all my friends are there, and they're probably all going to give me shit. But I need to take this time for me. I'm going to draw a bath. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to write in my journal. I'm going to, like, really meditate on what I want and take time for me.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that in this world, we get so wrapped up in, like, what other people think and what other people, like, expect of us that we kind of lose ourselves. And I remember there was a quote that really, really resonated with me from Jim Carrey. And he said that, you know, you can fail at something that you don't even want to do. So you might as well try what you want.
I love that.
You might as well go for the gold. People don't realize that, you know, your thoughts create things. Your thoughts create your reality. Be kind to yourself. Say kind things to yourself. And you can have anything you want. Anything that you want, if you think about it, like, you can have it.
Sounds like the plan. Stephanie, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you. Let everyone know the best way to get in contact with you guys, and of course to follow you on social media.
Yeah, absolutely. You can follow me at Jypsea Local. It's spelled a little differently. It's Jypsea. So Jypsea Local. Yeah,
cool.
Check us out.
And where did the name come from? Why Jypsea Local?
So I grew up boating in Fort Lauderdale and frequenting the Bahamas, Bimini, the Exumas. You know, I'm all about the island life, and I definitely believe in you know, taking a little bit of time off every year to just reconnect with you. And my sisters and I, we, you know, we're always out with our parents. My parents have been married for 30 years. They're still, like, crazy in love. I don't know how I got this life. I'm so grateful. Yeah. But, you know, they've spoiled us by taking us to the Bahamas. And we would always kind of be, like, island hopping from one island to the other. We would drop anchor. We would crack open a couple beers. And, you know, when you're out in the Bahamas, it's a different animal because it's not like, okay, what are we going to do next? It's like, all right, well, we just dropped anchor and we're going to do this for about 4 hours. It's very slow pace, like just enjoying the moment. And, you know, we would kind of just like say, oh, that's a cool little sandbar. That's a cool island. And we would go like from island to island. So my sister actually brought it up to me. She was like, you know, she's like, we're kind of like gypsies, but like of the sea. And I was like, yeah, you're right. We are. And so she helped me come up with the name, and she likes to take credit for that.
I'd imagine. That's what sisters are for.
But, you know, out there in the Bahamas and the Exuma Cays, like, that really is the inspiration, you know, and just growing up in that, growing up in those warm waters, you know, that's a huge part of the inspiration for my company. And, yeah, if you can ever get a chance to get out there. I mean, if you're down here in Miami, it's really just like a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Yes.
Like, it's amazing down there.
I'm supposed to be out there this summer. I will definitely make a special trip to come out and see you guys and get fitted.
Oh, my God,
get some
please.
custom pieces.
Yes.
So we will look forward to that.
Little, like, mermaid boutique. It's so cute.
It sounds cute. Stephanie, much more success to you 2019 and beyond.
Continue
to push forward.
Thanks, guys.
And I appreciate each and every one of you guys for all of your support, all your love. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.